Hello and welcome to the Event-Driven Architecture, the Complete Guide course, the new installment in the Software Architecture series. In this course, we will learn about one of the most popular software architecture patterns, but also one that should be handled very carefully, and this is the Event-Driven Architecture. But first, let's ask ourselves, why event-driven? What's so important with this pattern that warrants a dedicated course for it? Well, there are various reasons for that. Event-driven architecture, or EDA, is an evolution of the microservices architecture, which currently is the most popular software architecture paradigm in the world. As such, you must be very knowledgeable about it, and you will definitely be expected as a software architect to be able to design robust architectures based on this paradigm. Event-driven architecture keeps becoming extremely popular, and there are more and more systems that are based on this architectural style. Because of that, you will better be familiar with it. In addition, the event-driven architecture is not tied to a specific technology. This pattern can be implemented using almost any platform you would like: Java, .NET, Python, Node.js, PHP, etc. One of the nice things about the event-driven architecture is that it's extremely scalable, which too makes it very popular. This means that it's very easy to take a small event-driven system and make it much larger and reliable by adding new components instances without modifying the core of the system. This makes the event-driven systems extremely useful for systems that need to handle an unpredictable load. But be cautious. Many refer to event-driven architecture as the silver bullet that will solve all the challenges in software architecture and development, and this, unfortunately, is not the case. Event-driven architecture must be handled carefully, and a lot of thought should be put in it. You can't just slap events everywhere and hope for the best. You need to make sure you really need to utilize event-driven architecture and to invest the methodology and knowledge required to design and build the best event-driven architecture. Now, to do that, you have to know, first, if moving to event-driven architecture is a good idea for the specific system, and how to do that correctly, avoiding the many obstacles in the way. Diving headfirst into the event-driven architecture is never a good idea, and you better invest your time wisely when thinking about it. A lot of bad things can happen when building a badly designed event-driven architecture. You might end up with a system which is slow, unmaintainable, frustrating, and of course, costly. So, what will you gain from this course? Well, by the end of this course, you will know what event-driven architecture is, what problems it solves. You will also know how to design a robust, scalable, easy-to-maintain event-driven architecture, and you will also know when not to use event-driven architecture. And there are definitely a few cases for this, and a lot more. But also, and perhaps the most important, you will become a much better software architect. But wait, that's not all. I designed this course to be an extremely practical one, and that means that we are going to design and build a real-world, fully functional event-driven system, and we will do that using tools such as RabbitMQ and SignalR. This is how the system is going to look like, and don't worry, we will go thoroughly through all its components and steps together once we are in the case study session. This, of course, is a great opportunity for you to work on a baseline of event-driven system, and you are free to use the system we will build as a template for your own architectures and systems. Now note, you don't need to know anything about these engines or event-driven concepts as a whole. We will learn everything from the very beginning. So, who am I? My name is Memi Lavi, a senior software architect and consultant with more than 20 years of experience as an architect. Here is a very partial list of my clients and my diverse technology stack. I'm a certified Azure Solution Architect and an avid speaker. Great, so let's go.